Hello everyone, Chef K here today. So today I'm going to try to put out a whole meal for you guys. Hopefully I can get it all done. So what I'm going to work on is shrimp scampi on the grill. So I have the shrimp skewered. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And then I'm going to do a rice. Truthfully, I just made this rice up. I didn't really look at a recipe, but I have some peppers, red onion, a little bit of tomato, and some chopped carrots. And what I'm going to do is put them in with the rice. So I just have a cup of rice. So I measured a cup of rice. I have 2 cups of chicken stock in here because it's usually 1 part rice and 2 part liquid. So I have that. I'm going to get that actually going. And that's going to go back there. And I'm going to start heating that up. And I'm heating the pan up for the rice because what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown the rice up a little bit in this saute pan. And add the vegetables to it and cook them along with it, and then we're going to add everything to our liquid. So we're going to work on that. I'm going to get the pan hot enough. The grill is on and the grill is heating up, so that's good. Just going to use a wooden spoon for this. And we're going to do some fresh spinach too. So we're going to try to see if I can get a whole meal out today. Hopefully we can get it all done. Oh, I'm still leaking water. Always make sure you rinse your vegetables off. Okay, so the spinach was in a bag. I just rinsed it all off real good. So first part, put our rice in our pan. Come on around, Sarah, so they can watch a little bit of the rice getting cooked. So we're going to have it in the pan. We're going to cook that and it's going to start sizzling up. I'll crank that up a little bit. And we're going to let that cook in there and brown up slightly. And what I have too is kind of neat is you have these lids that you can see through. So when we cook the spinach, we'll be able to watch that. We cook the rice, we'll be able to see in there with the rice cooking. So what this is, chicken stock in here. I don't know if I told you it was chicken stock I put in there. So I did about a teaspoon of chicken stock and then I had put the water in there. So it's 2 cups of water, a teaspoon of chicken stock. Now you can see this is starting to cook a little bit. Gonna keep stirring that around. And here it's sizzling a little. And once we get the rice going and in here the shrimp is going to get going, and that won't take that long. I'm assuming the time this cooks, the rice cooks in the broth, it'll the shrimp will be done. And really the spinach doesn't take more than 5-10 minutes to cook that because it's funny when you cook shrimp, you see it. Look how big this pot is, or this strainer, colander really. So the colander, I rinsed it off, so it's got almost full. This is a pretty big colander. When we cook this spinach, it's probably going to be like 1/3 of the size. It'll go right down, and you're lucky you get 2 cups servings out of that. All that, it just basically cooks down to nothing. Just like about a tablespoon of olive oil is in here. Probably could have used a little bigger pan, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put the vegetables in that probably take the longest. So of course carrots take the longest to cook. I'm going to start throwing them in. These are actually just baby carrots. I just quartered them and sliced them. So that's what that is. And this will start getting lightly brown. Once the oil coats it, starts cooking, and it'll start turning lightly brown. I think we did it right. Didn't we do the did we do the Mexican rice on the video or no? No. So I did do a Mexican rice with the enchiladas a while back, but I didn't video that, I guess. I thought we did. No? Okay, so what I can do while we're waiting, I'm going to put the spinach in here. Actually, let's put that over top of that. So the spinach is going to go in here, and I'm just going to put just a little bit of water in there. Like I said, I rinse this with cold water. check to make sure, like some of the leaves, if they look a little bit mushed up, you want to take them out. And see how that like fills that pan up, but when it starts cooking, you'll see it goes right down to nothing. Put like maybe a half cup of water in there. And I'm gonna put my top back on it, and we'll start cooking that towards the end. How's our broth doing? Want to kind of, it's getting nice and hot. That should pretty much come to a boil too when we bring this in. So sometimes you're almost better off just letting this sit and get brown a little bit. So we'll let that go. Then if you want to come back here, we're going to go over this skewer, putting the skewers on. So basically I go from the tail to about halfway up through the top of it, and then slide it down. A lot of times you might want to actually soak the skewers in some water, so they once they go in a grill, they can burn up on you. So what I did soak these 4. Actually, I didn't soak these 2. I ended up getting more shrimp. You can see there's a lot of shrimp here. I don't know, I wonder if we have company coming or what. What's all this shrimp? So I got about 5 on a stick. And I'm just gonna slide them in. Of course, these are all cleaned. The shells are off, except, you know what, I left the tails on. I mean, you could take everything off because when you eat it, you are gonna have to take the tail off. But I kind of like the tail for just the looks. It looks nice when it's cooked and stuff. All right, so what do we got? We got 5. Let's see what we get. One more batch here. I think I had 1 extra, so I might have to add an extra on. And then what I have in this bowl here, if you see, it's melted butter. And I have some chopped garlic that I already chopped up ahead of time. So I got some chopped garlic. Of course, with scampi, you want chopped garlic in it. I'm gonna continue putting these on the skewers. This one kind of got tore up a little bit. I might just pull that one off because it's probably not gonna last on there anyway.
You said you had an extra. Why did you use it?
All right, so there we go. All these are on skewers. See, these are ready to go. So I just want you to know something else too. I have one with the raw shrimp, right? So I have another one over here that doesn't have any, because is it good to put the raw shrimp once it's cooked? Okay, once it's cooked, go back onto the shrimp that had, the pan that had the raw shrimp on it. That's not good, it's unsanitary, because now you have the raw shrimp, all the juices on there. So what you want to do is make sure you have another pan to put the cooked shrimp back on. Just figured I'd point that out. So, again, look at the rice, how it's browning nice, all right? So now, I'm gonna add the rest of these vegetables to it. So we got the peppers, the tomatoes, the red onion. I'm gonna add that to it. Then, just gonna continue stirring them in a little bit, letting them cook. As you see, the water over here is boiling, so that's pretty much ready. And with that, what you want to do is actually reduce the heat so it doesn't boil away on you. All right, and this is nice. The color in this is really nice. All these colors together. You got the red, the green. All right, and I'm gonna throw a little cilantro in there and a little bit of that garlic. So I have a little of the garlic left. I'm gonna add that to it and a little bit of chopped cilantro. All right. Once we get that going, we we are going to go back out and we're going to start doing our scampi on the grill.
What? Oh my.
I'm missing some of my stuff. So now Sarah kind of left us, but we're putting the rice into the broth and we're going to let that cook off. Sorry, my cameraman took off on me. I think she thought I was ready to go out there. I said I want to get the rice going, then I'd go out there. So now the rice is going. Everything's in there. The camera please over this side. And we're gonna put our lid back on. We're gonna watch this through that lid. So every once in a while we're gonna have to stir this. So we might have to come back in and out every once in a while. So now, Sarah, we are ready. Well, wait, one more thing. I'm gonna put a little dill weed in here. Just a little touch. And I'm gonna put a little peppercorn in there. And stir all that up and look at that nice mixture we have. All right, to the grill. Sarah, get that door open. I hope you're kind of has it somewhere when it's not all over. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna baste one side first because when I put this down, I don't want it on the dry shrimp, so this will kind of keep it from sticking also. So we're gonna start putting this down. I'm gonna put it here so I can grab it. All right. Move these up a little so we have the room. Give me all these, and then I'm just gonna coat them again. I might have to make a little bit more melted butter mixture because all this shrimp, I'm using it up. I might have to make it a little bit more quick. All right, we got enough for the first coat through them. So, actually I can take some off of here. Now I'm gonna get rid of this because this is the one that had the raw shrimp, so we don't get it switched up and we don't cross-contaminate. So we're gonna come over there. Sarah, why don't you go over there and check our rice? See how that's going. If you want to give a little stir, you can see it's cooking up nice. I'll start making more garlic. Good. got more garlic butter going. Rice is in there, and what I'm gonna do is actually start the spinach also. We'll get that going. So the spinach won't take that long. Get that going. So we got, like I said, about a half cup of water in there. Clean as I go here. Table down. Okay, that's all looking good. Let's go back out and check our shrimp. Alright, so you can see it's cooking nice. Shrimp doesn't really take that long to cook, so that's what I kind of figured. I'd get that rice going. And then we get the shrimp. All I'm doing is flipping them. Got to be careful, it is a little hot. And then just gonna lightly baste them again with the garlic butter. And you make sure when you cook the shrimp, it's pink all the way through. So you can see it's still a little bit gray right there. You want to make sure all that pink, all the gray is out of it. You want to make sure it's, like right here in the back, I can tell them shrimps back there are cooked pretty good. So we're just going to close out just for a minute. And Sarah wants to show them some of the flowers we got here and show them a little bit of the flowers here.
Can I show the pool?
We have a little fountain I had put together quick, I haven't worked it out for a while.